Woo, we got some good stuff for you today. Let me tell you what, if you're anything like me, you're used to carrying all your stuff to the range in a messy, flimsy bag with all your stuff buried in the bottom under a bunch of magazines where you can never find it when you really need it. But today, that's all over. Because today, we're reviewing the Compact SEMA pistol bag from Savior. And it is a lifesaver, just like the name says. All right, let's start with a little unboxing. And this is everybody's favorite part. And this is what I love about Savior in particular, because every one of their boxes is technically upcycled. Is that the word for it, I guess? Well, it's reusable because look, they put targets on the inside. You know you're just gonna shred up a bunch of cardboard and take it out and shoot it anyway. They took the opportunity to put targets on the inside of their boxes. So you can use their boxes, take it out, split it open, and use it up. Doesn't wind up on that mountain of boxes in your garage. Am I the only person with a mountain of boxes in my garage from all the deliveries? Look at this beauty. Look at that thing. I'm gonna tell you about all the great features of this backpack, starting with the great features of that. Look at all that, the targetry in there. That's it, it's everything. With this and the bag, once you fill it up, you take it out, that's a whole range day right there, just in the box from Savior. I love that stuff. This is the bag, this is the beauty. Right away, I can tell you, it looks great, it feels great, it's ultra light, and when I tell you the price point of this backpack, you're gonna lose your minds. I'm gonna start with the features, and then we're gonna circle back to how much you're gonna pay for this thing, and I bet you're gonna run right out and get one. It'd be a great Christmas gift for anybody who loves to go to the range or needs to organize their equipment, because this would make an excellent camera bag too, or any kind of technical equipment bag, but for the range, it's amazing. Okay, before we open up and start looking and investigating into the pouches, I will tell you that Savior was nice enough to send this bag to us. They're not paying us for this review, but we asked them to send us the bag, and they happily sent it to us so we could take a look at it. This is my first experience with this particular SEMA compact pistol bag, and I'm excited. Because when I took off my first glance at this thing, just the digital glance of this thing, I said, hey, that thing's got some mojo, and I can't wait to see it. Now that I'm seeing it in person, I can tell you, I'm even more excited about it because it's very, very well built. I can tell just by looking at it. First and foremost, the outside of the bag, waterproof. It's a waterproof bag. It looks, it's like thick ruggedized Cordura, fantastic waterproof zippers, but it's actually waterproof, mud-proof, all those things you want in a range bag because, hey, if you're like me, if it ain't raining, you ain't training. You go out in all kinds of conditions. This is an all conditions bag. That's the beauty of it. It's got several compartments that I'm gonna demonstrate for everybody. I'll give you the round the world on this thing just so you can see this thing. It's a beautiful bag. And when you notice, what you notice right away when you look at it is how sturdy this thing is. If you see my other range bag that I have that I'm gonna swap out for this thing, you'll notice right away, it's got padded flaps and everything, but after a while, it loses its stability and it starts to sink down, and now it's just this mashed down thing that's a pain in the butt to zip close. Not this one. It's nice and rigid. It's a formed bag that stays rigid so your gear stays easy to access in the bag. And like I said, it's waterproof. It's got these fantastic zippers with these really easy to get zipper pulls. And the other thing, one of the other great features of this is that 100% of these zippers are lockable. You see that? It's lockable. So the zippers are just like high-end luggage where it has a lock so you can lock anything. So if you want to put stuff in the bag, you want to have it at the range, you're going to walk away from it, and you don't want to have somebody to have quick access, or you need to travel with your gear in the bag, it's a lockable bag. That's legit. You can lock that thing. And there's locks on every one of these zippers, the top compartment, the side compartments, all these great waterproof zippers, and every one of them is lockable. Just like all my good tactical buddies love, plenty of female hook pile tape on there so you can stick all your patches and everything. Later on, as we review this, I'm gonna show you that they actually give you patches that you can label. They're right-on label patches that come with this. They can stick on the outside, they can stick on the individual equipment in here. It's a fantastic way for labeling your equipment. They thought of everything. It's a fantastic bag by Savior. Let's get into the guts of this thing. All right, so let's start with the first big main external pouch. That's on the outside. I'm gonna unzip it all the way down so we can open it all the way up. And here, right off the bat, first example of those right-on patches, these polypropylene patches, which are removable, right? They've got the male hook end of the the hook pile or Velcro that goes together, but you can write whatever you want on there. They provide these with the pack. These came with the pack, but you can buy additional ones. And so you can write on there with a permanent marker and say, hey, this is where chapstick, this is where I put lubricant, this is where I put cleaning swabs. And so whatever you put in the pouches, you can label said pouches. This is great because they make these not only for their pouches, they make it for their hearing protection, any of all their ear pro, any of the equipment they provide. They provide a quick and easy way to label it. That's an awesome addition from Savior. Those guys are really thinking, and that's what I like to see. I like to see people that not only just meet the standard, but think outside the box and think about all those things, all those little things that usually screw us up when we're at the range. And it seems like they've thought of everything, including the fact that even these pouches that come in there, it's completely modular, right? As you've come to get used to. So you can switch the configuration around. You can put pouches in, you can take pouches out, you can get larger pouches, and they're just these flat panel pouches that are made to go in there and nice that you can label them. They have a little tab so they're quick and easy to remove. They got that same great zipper closure, plenty of Velcro and across the front so you can move that tape to where you want or add additional patches or anything if you want to. But one of my favorite things about this is the clear material, this ripstop material that they've used, because if you see this, it looks great, but that's actually clear. See how I can see through there? I can see what's in the pouch. So it's not just a mystery pouch, and it's not mesh, because mesh is problematic, especially if you're using those copper brushes or anything that's in a mesh pouch. All it does is get tangled in the mesh, it tears them up, they don't last. This is this fantastic, right, translucent ripstop material so I can actually see what's in the pouch. That's an amazing get, right? Good thinking on the Savior folks, because I'm a little tired. I'm super over the mesh pouch that you try to put range gear in, because it just gets hung up in it and it turns into a pain in the butt, or things slip through it because the mesh isn't small enough, you know, and so it gets through, it sneaks through the holes and stuff. But it's completely modular, so I can put that in, I can move them around, I could reconfigure this as necessary depending on what what I'm doing, where I'm going, where I'm gonna take this thing. Not any different on the front panel. The front panel also padded. All the pouches are padded, all the flaps are padded, so whatever gear I'm putting in there, it's ruggedized, it's gonna keep it safe. But this panel down at the bottom, same thing. Look, if I open this guy up, it's those same clear pouches, right? Plenty of room, tons of room. I can fit my whole hand in there. I can get all kinds of stuff in there, but it's clear. I can see through it. I can see what's in there. And so it's quick, easy access. Hey, I got my some batteries, I got whistles, I got whatever I need, cleaning equipment in here. Whatever I'm taking to the range that I need quickly and I need to get, I can get at those parts and I can see. I'm not searching around. It's not a scavenger hunt to figure out where this stuff is. Because if you're like me, I got a ton of equipment. I take it to the range. A lot of times it's all over the place, and it's a mess when you got to carry as much equipment as I do, because I'm not just thinking about me. I'm thinking about all my students in our Sheepdog courses. You know, I got to be prepared with lubricant and cleaning swatches and tools to fix all their stuff as well. All right, as well as the gear that I'm bringing. And I'm bringing multiple systems to the range because I got to be prepared to demonstrate on whatever is clever. And so this is a great bag for that. And I can't get over how nice this like ripstop style clear, translucent, I guess it's either translucent or clear. It's translucent, so I can see through it. But you can definitely easily make out the equipment that's in any pouch. And that's just the front flap alone. And that's a ton of storage just in the front flap alone. So we'll close up the front pouch and we'll go on to the rest of the pouches around, because this thing's full of them. Let's spin it around to this side and start on this side. You have one external pouch, external like water bottle pouch, any of your your sunblock or anything that you're gonna wanna put in there. Always gotta protect yourself. Like today in Texas, it's a blistery, cold winter day. It's about 60 degrees outside, so most Texans won't go outside in that kind of cold weather. But you can put cold weather gear in there, or any of your sunblock or chapstick or all those things that you need, because you're gonna be outside in the elements training. Quick, easy access there. Open this pouch. It's a nice wide open pouch. Again, just a padded pouch. All of them have padded flaps, padded on the front, padded on the back, reinforced zippers. That's just some place where you can stick your goods. This to me screams like binos, rangefinder, all the things that you'd want to have quick access to, but on the outside, but you still want to be protected and you want it padded. Cell phone, wallet, all the things that you want to put in your bag while you're carrying it around. All right, let's go to this top compartment. This top compartment is a big shell compartment on the top. And the thing I like best about this, it zips all the way back, opens up nice and wide, and this is like a place where you'd keep your ear pro and all your things that you want to grab really fast and get to work. eye pro, ear pro, all those items, but it's just a big compartment on the top that you can work out of. And inside you can see where they have the rigid panels in here. So it's not just padded, but there's rigid panels in here. If I squeeze down on this thing, you'll see it's rigid. It stands up all by itself. Comes with another bag full of those labels. Here's a great Mojo product shot there for Savior, a great logo shot for Savior. Savior makes this bag, it's a fantastic bag, but the shell just comes back. You can tuck it away inside there, work straight out and just work right out of the top of the bag, and it stays up nice and rigid. You don't have to worry about it being weighted or things falling out. It's got a lip, so it's like guttered in here, so it'll actually hold equipment out here. You don't have to worry about it falling out, and that's for my quick grab stuff. I can just work in right out of the top of the thing. It comes out, it goes back in. When I walk off the range and maybe I'm reloading or maybe I'm doing some teaching, I just chuck the ear pro in there, and I know where they are when I got to go back to work. Even the bottom of this is rigid yet padded. Everything is padded but rigid. I love that. All right, it's a fantastic bag with plenty of space for all the gear that you're gonna need. And it's got these fantastic dust-proof, waterproof zippers all come together. And again, they're lockable, so I can lock all that gear in the top. So if I'm traveling with this, even if I don't have any kind of pistol or anything in this bag, but if I want to travel with it and it's got my range gear and I want to keep it locked, I want to put TSA locks on there, I can use it as a travel bag. This will make a fantastic travel bag because it's rigid enough that my gear isn't going to get mashed somewhere in the belly of the plane. You can also use it as a carry-on. Just make sure you're not carrying on anything that you're not supposed to carry on. It's got this fantastic carry handle. It's padded, nice and easy to grab, nice and comfortable under the hand. Let's look at the backpack straps. Ergonomic backpack straps. This thing is gonna be very comfortable to wear. And that's the beauty of it, because my other range bag is just a carry handle. It's got a shoulder strap, but I never use it. So basically I'm just carrying at waist level. When you got hands full of equipment that you're moving out to the range, it'd be nice to get this on your back, and that way you can carry whatever you're taking out there, whatever weapon you're taking out there to train with. It can be in your hands, this can be on your back, your whole kit and caboodle, you can take it with you, and that's fantastic. You can do all that with this Savior bag because it's a backpack, and the backpack straps, like I said, are nice and padded. Got plenty of molly, so you can hang stuff on the front. You can clip whatever you need to clip off onto this thing. It's padded and nice and breathable for your back, but a fantastic get. And now we get to the best part of this whole system, and I'm gonna come around here and show it to you so you can see it, is this, the little file cabinet in here, because this thing can hold up to 6 pistols, right? Depending on the size of your pistol, the amount of gear that you're bringing, this thing can carry a mountain of equipment here in the belly, and that's what we're gonna look for. So I'm gonna open up this one. I did the wrong one, never mind. But they really nailed it on the design of this bag. It's got that same external pouch there, but you see this one's slightly larger, and that's when we get into the file cabinet that's inside this thing, all business. Again, padded flap, and I love that it folds all the way down nice and flat. And look at this. All these are individual pouches, each one individual labels. Again, I can change the labels on any of these things. Same thing, lockable pouch that I can open up, padded pouch where I can add and I can put my pistol in there. It's ready to go. I stick that guy in there and it's ready to file away. Let's stick a pistol in this thing. Let's see what's really doing with this thing. I'm gonna pick a nice big fat pistol to stick in there. We'll see how much it can handle. This is a SIG Legion 320 AXG. That's a full-size pistol with an optic in it. Let's see if it'll fit in this cat. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Look at that. Fits right in there. That's a full-size P320 with magwell in the works, and look, it's pretty slimline. I would throw that thing right in there, and I could file easily 5 or 6 pistols inside there. So it comes with several of the pouches, right? And you can order additional pouches, and let's just get them all out of here so you can take a look inside this thing. Again, it's you got your little silica, don't eat that, right? But nice and padded, look at that. It's got this really nice fleecy interior, so nothing's getting scratched. Your optics aren't getting scratched. Nothing's getting torn up in here. It's all adjustable and just a beautiful deep well. That's a beautiful backpack system, and I love how it's rigid. It's not collapsible. It's a stiff bag, or it's stiffened but not uncomfortable, and it's beautiful, easy to transport, easy to carry everything I need for the range in this one bag. And it's much better than that slappy piece of crap bag that I'm carrying around now that you're probably carrying too. All right, just for a little bit of comparison, I'm gonna bring my actual range bag up. I've had this range bag, I've been taking it to the range for about 5 years now. It was made by Loophole, nice bag, does all right. Like I said, it's got a shoulder strap, but as you can see, I have to carry it basically like a handbag. Not fantastic, not a lot of external storage, you see? Like the external storage on this thing is limited. All right, that's not a dig on them, but just say, hey, if you're gonna step it up, really I need a lot of places to carry a lot of gear and keep it in, and I need modularity, and I need a place where I can quick access and organize. This isn't the height of organization here, and I probably haven't made it better after years of use. But the first thing you'll notice already is it comes with padded sides, but that's what I'm talking about. They've put rigid panels in here, but when you got padded sides, right, and you start stuffing a bunch of gear in it, that's what happens to padded sides. Eventually they start to become kind of loose and kind of worn out, just like humans. They get worn out after time, right? They don't perform like they used to, right? But you can see it becomes this like loose kind of weird of anomalous shape, dude, that kind of doesn't zip close very easy. When I go to zip this thing closed, the zippers don't line up, and so I have to play this game where I wrestle with this thing for about 15 minutes. So if I don't have to, I don't like to open it wide. But it's got the normal stuff that I take to the range. I have a first aid kit. I have boxes of ammo. I got magazines for centuries in here because I go through them. I got GPSs, I got brushes, I got ammunition, I got hearing protection, I got tools, I got holsters, I got all the things that you have in your bag. I have shotgun shells, I have pistols, right? And so all those things, so in this current bag, it's got these dividers in them, and they're semi-rigid too, but then they get kind of worn out and they're kind of all over the place. So you can see it's kind of just a little hectic in there. Now I'm in and out of this thing all the time. It gets it around. It's like, it's like a 1973 Ford LTD. It'll get you to the store and back. You'll get groceries, but it's not like driving a Ferrari, man. Like this is more like a LaFerrari compared to this old Ford boat. But I got batteries and stuff tumbling all over the place. They're all down at the bottom, pencils, stuff everywhere. It does have a mesh pouch, but remember I talked to you about mesh pouches. The reason I don't keep a lot of stuff in here is because everything, like if I keep a screwdriver in here, it just goes right through the mesh. That's the problem, and I don't care for that. So I like it to be a little more contained. So not bad. It gets it done. It's not great, but it's not like this thing. This thing is like, literally, this is the sports car of range bags right here. And I can't wait to get all this gear into this bag, and then I'm gonna put this thing on a boat, and I'm gonna push it offshore. I'm gonna shoot a flaming arrow and give it a Viking funeral, because it's served well, but you can see it's beat up. But the big difference between this one and this one is look how rigid that is. That's what I love about it. This one is just kind of flimsy, and because of that, it has a little bit of, it's a little difficult keeping all the gear and things that I need to keep in it. Whereas with this bag, I can put that gear right up top. And I love, like I said, this big external gutter pouch on the top right here. So when I throw my ear pro in there, I just toss it in there, no problem. Want to throw a holster in there? No problem. Want to throw an extra box of ammo in there? It'll keep eating it, man. There's plenty of room in here. Look how much stuff I can fit into this thing. Big box of shotgun shells, no problem. It's going in there. Got to have lubricant. Everything's better with a generous application of lubricant. That can go in there. Anything you want, brushes, right. You want another set of ear pros, stick it in there. It can all fit in that giant upper bag. So half the contents of this bag, I just got in the upper portion of the Savior bag, and getting it closed is no problem. And on top of it, this one is waterproof. This one is definitely not waterproof. As soon as the rain starts falling, I gotta run and throw this thing in the truck. Otherwise, all my gear is gonna be soaking wet, and I'll spend 2 days oiling it and cleaning it. So this one, you served me well, old range bag, but it's time to say goodbye. There's a new sheriff in town, and that new sheriff is the Savior SEMA Compact Pistol Range Bag. I love it, and I'm gonna load the rest of my gear into this thing, and then when you see me at the range, this is what you're gonna see me out there with from now on. How much do you think you'd have to pay for a bag like this? Because I'm about to blow your mind. This thing sells for the $100 range, in the $100 range. There are backpacks out here like this that are far lower quality than this, that people are paying north of $200 or $300 for. And Savior puts this in at a very blue collar price. I can get a great bag like this for the $100 range. Beautiful, ergonomic, easy to travel with, carries everything that I need to put in a backpack. What could be better? Hey, if you can, get your hands on it. It's made by Savior, the good folks over at Savior. Get your hands on the Compact SEMA pistol range bag. I got my hands on one. You can't have it. You can get your own. It's a fantastic range bag. And on top of that, comes with free targets. What could be better than that? So get your hands on the SEMA Compact pistol range bag, and trust me, you're gonna be as happy as I am.